Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Abdul Sattar Glaisa and I'll be with you today to go through the revision sheet of science for grade 4. Let's move to the revision sheet that you guys already downloaded from adars.net. You will find the first section of the questions here, direct questions, okay? And you will see the first question here, how can sound reach our ears, okay? As you can see here, how can sound reach our ears? This is the first question. Sound is made by vibration, okay? By some sources of sound, like some sources will be vibrating to make the sound, which is allowing it to travel through the air or through other materials that might allow the sound to travel through them until it reach our ears, okay? So if you are standing here, for example, and you heard something, it means that, for example, alarm, okay? That alarm is making some sound which is traveling through the air, okay? Usually through the air. Sorry, this pen is not really effective, so I'll just rely on talking. So this is the alarm, assuming that this is the alarm, okay? This is alarm, and this alarm is making sound which is traveling through the air until it reach your ears, okay? So that's how you reach, or that's how you hear the sound which is reaching your ears through the material of the sound, which is the air. The material that allowed the sound to travel through it, okay? This is for question number 1. Let's move to question number 2 here. Let's move to question number 2. Question number 2, how can we hear the airplane engine at heights up to 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers up there in the sky, and the engine makes a sound. That sound, you can hear it here, down here on the ground, right? This is question number 2. How can we hear the airplane engine at heights up to 10 kilometers? It's not that different from the previous question, as we knew here that sound traveled through the air here, through the air, okay? And there is nothing between your ears and the airplanes up there 10 kilometers in the sky except the air, right? So sound travels through the air until it reaches our ears. Easy, right? It needs a path to travel through it, which is the air in this case, all right? Let's move to this question here. Question number 3, does sound only travel through the air? Oh, it's a very good question here. Okay, as we saw in those two first questions, this one and this one, that sound travel through the air. We're already sure of this fact, okay? But in this question number 3, does sound only travel through the air? It's no. Sound might also travel through other materials such as water and steel, okay? We will get to know to these facts later as well. Let's move to this question here, question number 4. Question number 4 will ask you about how fast can sound travel through water. In the water, sound travel by 1,430 miles per second. It means that each 1 second here, each 1 second, sound can travel this fast, okay? So it will go 1,430 meters, 30 meters, okay? 1,430 meters each 1 second. 2 seconds, multiply this number in 2. You will find how far the sound had traveled. All right. Let's move to question number 5 here. Does sound travel faster through solids, liquids, or gas? Okay, this is a comparable question. Like, it wants you to compare between how fast the sound travel through the 3 states of materials, okay? Like, does it travel faster in the solids or in the liquids or in the air? Here we can see that number 1 in order, the fastest will be steel, okay? It travels the fastest when it comes to steel. Number 2 will be water, okay? Number 3 will be air. So the weakest one here is air, which is the most common or the most famous one that we hear the sound through it. We usually hear the sound from air, or it travels through air, like usually. Because imagine that you're talking to your mom or to your brothers, your sisters, or your friends. Does the sound here travel through water until it reaches their ears so they can reply to you? No, it travels through the air, right? How can we listen to music if you play the radio in the car, or you play your speakers or your computer in your bedroom? You usually hear the sounds that traveled through the air as the most common way to hear sounds through materials, okay? Let's move to the next question here.